Marshall Felix has a 300 mil release clause. Oh man, that's a lot. What is it? Was that 350 release clause for João Felix? It's a lot of money, man. Oh, you know what? Because I'm so nice, I'ma give 400. I'ma give 400. Keep the change.
Double H. Double H. Double H. Double H. Double H. Double H.
FF motherfucking B. Financial fair play, man. So let's just take, a trip back in time. What the bloody hell was FFP? So, I got some notes here, man. So this began in 2010-2011, in the 2010-2011 season. And what was the idea of the FFP? To pretty much prevent clubs from spending more than they earn. So whatever you earn is what you must use to spend money on player acquisition. So what is the general idea for doing this? To control football so things don't get out of control, and I think to try to at least promote somewhat of a parity in football so you don't get what you saw with the Galacticos or so forth, and specifically with the introduction of Abramovich coming through, the Qatari group coming through, and so forth, to pretty much prevent things going a bit crazy. So that was the idea. Hence why you saw Man City almost reprimanded and banned from European competition, because they felt that, wait a minute, it's like you cannot spend this amount of money because we've looked at your books and you're not actually spending the money that you've earned. You actually are pulling this money from different sources. And I said, this is what I said. I said, however I make my money, whether it's in football or not out of football, what business is that to you? The fact is that I possess this money to buy said dude. It's like, for instance, if let's say I'm a business, okay, let's say I'm a club owner. I want to buy a said player, but there's a guy I know, my cousin, or a family group who have these funds and are willing to give me these funds to buy this player. Why can't I use those funds? Now, so I must only use the funds generated within football. So my thing was with FFP, either you're going to go the full 9 yards or you're not. Which is that either you're going to have regulation to the same extent as American sports in the NFL and NBA and so forth, or there's no point. And I always knew that this was going to be scrapped. I always knew that there's so many powerful figures in the big clubs that all UEFA would do is, hey, you broke the rules, yeah, boy. And the guys would just be like, yo, what up? What's that? Little bit of cake, just give you a little bit of cake. So that's the whole thing there, man. So the idea right now is, and this comes from an Italian journalist who, because when I first saw Tancredi Palmero, who people say he's truthful, not truthful, I don't care. I find him a very hilarious journalist, and also he's very entertaining. But remember, the first match I saw him was Euro 2016. The Spain against Italy knockouts game, when after Graziano Payet scored the second goal. And I think it's on YouTube, and just look at his reaction to that goal. Like the lady sitting in front of him thought, man, is this guy having a seizure or something? That's the first time I saw, was just his reaction to Italy winning that. So this was a tweet by him that he said, because I think he's the guy that broke the stories. First says, financial fair play. So he's quoting UEFA. So he's quoting UEFA here. So now, financial fair play current conditions are not apt for the current financial situation of the world of football. Interesting. And then, second tweet. COVID situation has pushed the necessity to reform. And that is where I believe that this very much is real. Because COVID, first of all, it's already difficult enough to say, okay, we can only spend money that we generate in for football, but you want us to do so during this COVID climate? Because right now, people, they need players, they need player acquisition. Guys are getting old, guys are no longer good enough. And for football to work and for teams to compete, they need to keep on buying players. They need to keep replacing players. So you have to have a situation where, all right, whatever way you make the money or so forth, go ahead and spend it. If you can find the money from whatever resources you are, because football is reeling right now. Football is suffering right now. Because remember, and I think it makes too much sense. Stadiums. A bulk of the money comes through stadiums. Look at how many seats the company sits. Dortmund Stadium. When you look at Anfield, look at Bernabeu, San Siro. The amount of money lost from gate receipts is huge. It's huge. So it only makes sense to say, all right, you can pull money from whatever sources you want, and you can say, well, what's up? Which means for Man City, PSG, and your boy Bram, Laratini. It means this, baby. It means this. It means that right now, pretty much without restrictions, the clothes have been ripped off. Someone's going to say, what's up this summer? Someone's going to say, what's up this summer? So that 100, 150, 170, 180, 210 even can be spent without any sort of punishment. So is FFP going to ruin football? Is the removal of FFP going to ruin football? This is what I kept on saying, guys. You must have seen my videos throughout the years. FFP wasn't even properly implemented because people kept on breaking the rules and nobody did anything about it. They're like, okay, we warn you. All right, okay, we'll go to court. UEFA is bugging out. Sort them out. I bet. That's it. It's in the talk. Wait till they talk. Shippy, they come take money. They go work out for the jail. Where? For where? Kilo shit. So the reality is this was always going to be removed. COVID coming in was just an accelerator and was a great excuse. Without COVID, FFP would have been removed, 100%. It would have been removed because that put too much pressure on the UEFA, specifically the major owners. But I think COVID was the perfect smokescreen to be like, hey, come on, how are we supposed to navigate this situation? So this now means that, and this is where I've been going, and this is the talk we keep on having. This is the talk we keep on having, and I think we're definitely going to have to talk about this thing on a Hangout panel. Is this: domestic football is finished. It's pretty much finished. You see, the only thing that can survive is, let's say, something like the Premier League, because of how much money is spread among the Premier League, because Abramovich still lives for Chelsea. United, you know what those guys are about. We already know about Man City and so forth. Okay, let's see what FSG and Liverpool are about. But then, specifically if you don't look at Liverpool and FSG, you have no excuses now. Because the charges have been taken off. You cannot hide behind, hey man, we have to follow FFP rules. No. It's the Wild Wild West. It's every man for himself. Spend. Lara Crofty. So, by the way, that money isn't real, by the way. So before you say, oh, half of is rich, that money isn't real, okay? It's a specific currency that I'm working on. That's half of currency, okay? It's double-edged currency, which is a currency I am slowly developing, man. So, okay, remember, I'm poor, okay? I'm very poor. This is why I put so much focus on the Champions League, because the Champions League in club football is the only thing that makes sense. Domestic football doesn't make sense. Because why am I sitting down to watch Man City against Burnley? Oh, hopefully Burnley can just provide a shock. Why am I watching Chelsea against Scotland. Oh, maybe Scotland can create an amazing FA Cup show. Oh my God. Bayern Munich are giving birth in Germany. They're giving birth. We're going to talk about what they did to Pirlo, because someone needs to answer for what they did to my boy Pirlo. Okay, you are sullying the name of a legend. So let's just talk about that. But when you just look at how domestic football is, and you just look at the separation of the elite teams and the other teams, specifically with now the greatest spending power wanting to about to come in, City are going to go high. You know your boy Bram's going to say what's up. You know PSG going to say what's up. So those teams competing in these domestic competitions, it's going to be freaking hard for them, because yes, you have to have team cohesion, you've got to have a great manager, great tactics and so forth. 2-3 star players can greatly change your team. If you have world-class players in almost every position and you have 3 superstar players, how the heck is LG supposed to compete? How is Evian or Kwaso FC supposed to compete? How is Pescara supposed to say what's up? How? But the Champions League is where it's at. Because the Champions League is like, oh, we've all got cake now. We've all got cake. So we are almost pretty much on a level footing. Which is why the product that makes sense is the Champions League. The trophy that makes the most sense is the Champions League, because, oh, we got cheddar, you got cheddar, let's ride. But how am I supposed to give you credit for it? I have cheddar and you have peanuts. You know, you literally are building a team full of fruit sellers and peanut makers. I'm not giving you credit for beating fruit sellers and peanut makers. I'm not. No offense to fruit or peanuts. I love peanuts. What's it called? Check it out. Best snack in the world. But you're a peanut maker and a fruit seller. I'm sorry. There's only so much credit I can freaking give you. So, I understand it. I get that a Super League is anti-football, 100%. And I fully feel that it is my responsibility to champion and fight in the corner for football integrity, which is, you know what, yeah, respect to the league, respect to your domestic league, and so forth. Because I just want to have a peek into the future. Football is only going to get bigger. Specifically with this FFP controls going forth, more and more owners are going to keep on coming in. And that's 200, 300, 400. This is an ecosystem that, first of all, generates a lot of money. Hopefully, after COVID is gone, that ecosystem is going to go back to generating a lot of money. But beyond that, there are a lot of individuals that are COVID-proof. There are a lot of businessmen that are COVID-proof. Shout out to my Arabic homies, man. My oil dudes, what up? Say what up, baby? Even my guy, Dangote, richest man in Africa, Mr. Nigeria, I think he does in cement and stuff. If Dangote, he's COVID-proof. Despite COVID, he's still a billionaire. He still got billions. And once he gets his team, and he has a team, and he's not under any FFP restrictions, he'll just pull from all of his business to say, oh, 300 mil for Haaland? Oh, Marcel Felix has a 300 mil release clause. Oh, man. That's a lot. What is it? Was that 350 release clause for João Felix? It's a lot of money, man. Oh, you know what? Because I'm so nice, I'ma give for one it. Keep the change. Keep the change. So, this could get crazy because remember, FFP it was since 2010, 2011. So FFP has maybe been like a barrier to entry of these billionaires saying, But now that this thing is gone, bro, how much is this thing? 200, 300, like, it's just scraps. Just give me my scraps. So, can I get Haaland up in this piece? Can I get Felix up in this piece? Neymar, what's up, baby? PSG, you want 6 on it? You want 7? How about 8? Do you want a Billy? Do you want a Billy? Because right now, FFP says, yo, everything. Bro, man, guys, don't mess with billionaires. Don't mess with the rich people. Because the thing about rich people is that they need a toy. They need a hobby. And football is such an amazing hobby. Because people love football. Okay? People love football. And people... I can only just imagine how amazing it is as a billionaire to own a football team and be like, Bram, I want him and him and him all in the same team. Which is why the Champions League is the home, because the Champions League is the reality of modern football. That's the reality. The reality of modern football is every rich guy's team against every other rich guy's team. That's the football's reality. I respect all teams. I respect all teams. I respect what a Sevilla do. I respect what Arsenal do, what Tottenham do. I respect what Lille and Lyon do. I respect guys that what Dortmund do, that build a new system. I respect that because that's football. And I respect grassroots football. I respect it. But I have to accept what's real. Stop thinking about what should be. Start accepting about what is. What is this game is going to be owned by several billionaires. And more focus will be on the Champions League. Because in 5, 6, 7 years' time, you will see teams just full of superstars. Superstars. Now, I was doing my research and they said that they may introduce a salary cap. So a salary cap may restrict the amount of stars that you have. But again, we'll have to see the details of what our salary cap would be. But to once, I mean... Tell me what you guys think, man. Are you with FFP? Are you against FFP? Do you think it's good for football? Do you think it's bad for football? Tell me your thoughts below, man. Like that vid, subscribe. One love. Become a Patreon member. Gain access to my blog, get access to exclusive videos, and also gain access to the podcast of the Saturday and the Sunday hangouts. Head over to patreon.com/halfup to gain all these goodies while also supporting your boy HH.